Welcome to starseedpsychics.com blog and podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we are glad to have you here and hope that you find our blog very inspiring. We publish every blog written on our website into a podcast from all of our gifted psychics and spiritual advisors right here through the use of Anchor. We are very happy that you have found us and hope that you will return and be a constant listener here on our podcast. Enjoy this next episode.
Are you having issues as an adult in different aspects of your life? Do you think your issues may be attached to childhood emotional trauma due to your harsh or dogmatic religious upbringing? You are not alone. In fact, statistics show that the population that shares this belief with you is actually growing today. Many things are changing with humanity, and one of those things is the spiritual awakening of the generations. New generations are showing up, and those generations are different in all aspects of past human generations. In the spiritual realm, these new souls are showing up already awakened. Known as star seeds, these people were once children that even then were more awakened spiritually than regular children. They may have been raised in a family with very dogmatic and closed man-made religious views/beliefs. Because the child was an awakened being, those beliefs had to be forced on them to really stick. This resulted in emotional trauma most of the time. Because this soul was still a child with no powers to fight their parents over them, they had no choice but to give in and accept a belief system that did not sit right with them intellectually. As they aged, the beliefs were constantly enforced, and they were punished when they rebelled against those religious beliefs. As a child, they were forced to bury their true awakened wisdom. Growing up, eventually those suppressed ideas would be challenged by their upbringing ideas. Hire one of our spiritual wellness coaches to help you get through anything in your life. They can help you make heads or tails of a situation, bring clarity to your life, teach you the truth, and open your eyes. Adults like this tend to grow up distant and having social issues. Those issues will ultimately have a negative impact on areas of their lives such as relationships and even their career. However, when these people are given the opportunity to really be themselves, in a world that is made to nurture their religious upbringing, they relax, excel, and can release the energy pent up inside them that has been there their whole lives. This release paves the way for them to relax more and feel more confident in all they wish to do in their life. Constantly suppressing the natural tendency, this entire population of star seed souls share, to follow their awakened spiritual understandings, causes the soul to remain in a life of prison, if you will. Can you imagine this? Suppressing any sort of energy that needs to be released will cause internal struggles emotionally. We are all meant to walk our own path, a path set before our souls when we were reincarnated. Also known as soul contracts, we were all given a life path to follow. Religion has a different approach to this, and the approach has nothing to do with the spiritual nature of the soul. In fact, in most religions, your soul is damned until you repent. The individual will live in fear their whole life after this brainwashing, always afraid of where they stand with God. This is a dogmatic and potentially harmful belief that is not right for all people, especially the new generations of today. Did you hear? StarseedPsychics.com has become a multi-vendor platform. What does this mean? It means anyone who has the knack to run their own business can use the platform, free of charge, to start their own business. All we ask is that your business stay in alignment with the spiritual aspects of the site. We are actively seeking psychics, healers, spiritual coaches, holistic practitioners, and anyone who wants to open their own spiritual or holistic store online, to sign up and begin the journey of running your own online business. Upon further investigation, we can talk about the potentially harmful false beliefs associated with the past supernatural categories that were created long before the truth had been discovered, as it is today. What am I referring to? One belief in particular, that has its roots in a time when we knew nothing about death except for what religion wanted everyone to believe, is what happens when we die. The old dogmatic belief is that unless you repent, because you are born such a bad person, that your soul will never die and be tortured in a place under the earth or in the earth called hell. The problem with that belief is, it cannot stand up to the truth that has become all but mainstream in today's world. Reincarnation. Not only has reincarnation been proven, all but perfectly scientifically, but there are more people in the world today that will tell you they know it is real because of some past life experience or spiritual awakening that corresponds with everyone else. We have toddlers that are being born now that are returning and telling the story of how they died and actually leading authorities to shallow, hidden graves where their old bodies are being unearthed. Down to the very details or who they were, where they lived and how they died, are being shared and coming up proven. Explain that if you do not believe in reincarnation. Books by Dolores Cannon. Dolores Cannon, rest her soul, was the world's most powerful psychic medium known to humanity. She coined the term quantum hypnosis, where she would place verified star seed souls under and ask them questions about reincarnation, death, life, themselves, and the spirit realm. She recorded every session on audio and then wrote a library of books detailing her findings. And author she was, powerful psychic medium, and I for one would shake her hand if she were still alive today. She discovered the information we have on star seeds, reincarnation, death and life, and the spirit realm. Her findings, alone, blow the old dogmatic beliefs out of the water. So, I said all that to say this: if reincarnation is real, if we are only dead for a few weeks max, as Miss Cannon discovered, then how are ghosts real, spooks, supernatural sounds, moaning, groaning, and hauntings? Don't the dearly departed soul have more important things to do on such little time in the spirit realm? Of course, we do. It is conceivable that a spirit can stick around for a short time, trying to figure out what is happening and where to go, but extended periods of time and all the ghost-related stuff just isn't reality. However, TV views, ratings, and money sure can have a different say-so about that, huh? And that is all it is about. Take note. Are you a starseed soul on a mission? You could be if you have a feeling that you cannot explain. Using proven methods, our gifted psychics can diagnose you and help you find the answer to this lingering question. Besides, the soul hauntings paired with the religious teachings of what happens upon death, does not correspond to one another. This is why when a client comes to me and says, "I am being haunted" or "I am being cursed, please can you help," it spawns a spiritual lesson as opposed to a chance to make another dollar, at least for starseed psychics. If there is one thing certain, we are not here to take your money, we are here to teach the truth and tear down the old, false beliefs that were actually built to make more money, the olden days of all famous mystical fortune teller. Now what about human powers of evil, witchcraft and magic? Does it actually work? Can someone place a spell on you, curse you, cause your life to fall apart, make you sick, etc.? The short answer is, only if you allow them to. You may ask, how would you allow them to? Simple, by believing in it. Any real, mature, and good practitioner of magic will tell you, it is only real and will only work if you believe in it. How do I know that? Because for one, my path has not always been a straightforward healing, light worker, good one. In fact, my personal path to this point had all sorts of turns and dead ends, curves, and side paths. The bottom line is, fear is a very powerful tool to those that are looking to cause you suffering. Having reoccurring dreams, strange dreams, visions, or maybe hearing things that you cannot explain? Let one of our gifted clairvoyant psychics make heads or tails out of your experiences. Get answers to your questions right here. We all have been taught and know that our brains are so powerful we can hardly actually fathom the truth. We have people that can think themselves into the grave, literally. Think themselves sick, healed, even pregnant. I personally know a monk that used a month of insight meditation to cause gangrene in his own leg to die, which saved his life. Using nothing but his brain, his belief, thoughts, no medicines of any type. So, fear is a powerful tool, and when you believe in something because you were taught this growing up, culture, religion, it doesn't matter how, then it can be used against you as an adult, with such a strong belief ingrained in your mind and life. Just like healing, placebos have taught us this truth, so your mind is all that you should fear when you are dealing with someone who wants to curse you, scare you, do magic on you, etc. Otherwise, we are here to awaken, learn, and serve others. That is what life is all about. There are those people that are not meant to experience a life of awakening, truth, and goodness in this life. They hate life, and rightfully so. Their karma must be repaid. We all have karma that must be repaid. Sometimes you just have to understand this, wish these people well, and carry on your own life. Until next time, this has been a rant from Spiritwalker. Hope you all learned something.
You have been listening to StarseedPsychics.com podcast. We hope that you found our episode inspiring and enlightening. I hope that you will return. If you would like to help us, you can support Starseed Psychics by being a loyal listener and finding the support link here on our podcast. You also can come on over to www.starseedpsychics.com, where you can find links that will allow you to support Starseed Psychics in a number of ways. This has been Master Psychic Spirit Walker, and hope that you return for our next episode of our blog and podcast.